Shalom, Apostle Tahar coming back at you with this truth, giving all praise to Yahweh Shai. For you men out there, and a few of you women that listen to us, and I'm talking about the elect or the hopeful elect, starting from the apostles on down. You know, we're almost out of here, and I don't want to sound like a broken record, but I'm gonna sound like a broken record. The main thing we should be pushing right now are these end time prophecies, because we're at the end of this thing, and a major prophecy has just taken place in the U.S. with this Wisconsin company, the first company in the U.S. to chip their employees. Now, I believe there's 85. When you read the story, the name of the company is Three Square Market, and I believe there's 85 employees that work there, and I believe 50 of them agreed to be chipped. So you're going to have a lot of people that's going to agree to take that microchip, and eventually it will become mandatory, as we've been saying for years. We here at Great Millstone been saying this since we got on YouTube, and even before we got on YouTube. Anyway, I'm going to show you something. If you can see it, this is the chip right here. That's the chip. That's the actual chip that one of the brothers from one of the camps, I believe it was from GMS out there in the West, I believe the LA camp, sent this to me. But that's the chip. That's the chip right there. And what they do is they put it right here, right where you, this part is, they put it right in there. There's a video that I put up on another page, YouTube page, of this big nose Edomite, but he could be Southern Italian, and he actually had a chip put inside of his chest, I believe the left side, to monitor his heart, because he has a heart condition, if I'm not mistaken, so it monitors that. They're going to make this thing so popular so that nobody can worry about whether they have diabetes or whatever. The chip will monitor all of that, and I guess communicate with your doctor. So you will become a part of the Internet of Things. The Internet, look that word up, the Internet of Things. The Internet of Things is where you get appliances, or appliances. You got your TV, you got your coffee maker, you got your microwave, you got your a laptop computer, you got your desktop computer, and you got your smartphone, where you can use your smartphone to turn on your TV set if it's a smart TV, but you can turn your regular TV into a smart TV by using Chromecast, or either Chromecast or Fire Sticks, or one of those devices, even Apple TV. And basically you can you can take your smartphone and turn it. Let's say you misplace your remote for the TV, you can use your smartphone. And if you have two TVs, and they're both smart TVs, one in the living room, another one in the bedroom or whatever, sometimes when you go to a format and one TV, it'll change the format in the other room, even when the other flat screen TV is not even on, because that happened to me. Okay, but here it is. This is it, the chip. This is the chip we've been talking about, the mark of the beast. This is it. Anyway, I'm going to read a scripture or two, and then I'm going to close. This is the hour of temptation, because you're going to be tempted. There's going to be a point there's going to be a point where this microchip is going to be presented to you one way or another, whether you work at a particular job, you receive benefits, eventually this thing is going to be a part of the whole system. And their plan is to chip everyone on the planet. Not everybody's going to take that chip. You're going to have the ones that know, in the know that the Most High put the spirit on, the elect, they're not going to take that chip. But the mass majority of the people are going to take that chip. Now, whether they do it, you know, you might be a police officer, and in order to use your gun or communicate with the headquarters, you need that chip. So if you don't know that this is in the scriptures, you're going to take it, or a lot of people know that it's in the scriptures, the mark of the beast, but they're going to take it anyway. So I'm going to read this right here. Revelation 3, verse 10. It says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience. The word of the Most High's patience is you came into these scriptures and you were taught by men. And that's the only way you guys that put up all these videos, got your YouTube pages dealing with Israel. A lot of you guys, if you're not from the original One West, or if you're not from Great Millstone, or any group from the original One West, you watched either myself or either other camps out there, and you kind of do your own thing, and you act like the Spirit came to you. The Spirit didn't come to you. The Spirit came to us through teachers over us, and we in turn taught you. So now you got guys, self-proclaimed gurus, I would say, that they going all in the scriptures, and then they go into all the scriptures that we go into, and then they go ahead and say, well, wait a minute, they were going off on that. It really means this. Then when you check their track record, they might have started doing this thing back in 2010. What was you doing in 2009, 2008? What was you doing in 2006, 2005, 2002? What was you doing in 1999, 1995? That's the question. So you know how Jake is. Jake want to act like that they came up with this and that the Spirit is exclusively dealing with them. Anyway, it says, 10th verse, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, which you learned this word, and you became a teacher, and you went out on the highways and the byways, and you kept doing it. You kept doing it. You kept going out on the highways and byways. You kept pushing this word. You didn't take breaks. You didn't take 5 years off. And then you see all these different Israelite groups out here, and all of a sudden, now you're an Israelite again. You haven't kept the Lord's patience. It says, because, 10th verse, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world. Now the word world there is oikomeni, which means the inhabited earth. So they're attempting to chip everybody. It says to try them that dwell upon the earth. And then it says that dwell upon the earth. So the word world there is oikomeni. So to test them that dwell upon the earth. And the word temptation simply means to test you. You're going to be tested. It said, behold, I come quickly, behold that fast which thou hast, which is this word, this information, this knowledge, that no man take thy crown. What crown? That the crown in heaven that Paul spoke about. It says, him that overcometh will I make a pillar in the temple of my power, which is when the kingdom is established, and he shall go no more out, and I will write upon him the name of my power, and the name of the city of my power, which is the New Jerusalem, which cometh down out of heaven. And the New Jerusalem are the children of Israel. Yeah, I was reading something last night. I went to Google and I put in the third temple. And these Edomites, these scholars are talking about the third temple, which hasn't been built, and it's not even being built. And basically, them so-called Jews, they're saying that the Messiah will come. I believe it's the number was 6,000, but it translates into AD or CE, meaning the Christian era. Anytime you see BCE, it means before the Christian era. BC meaning before Christ. CE meaning Christian era, which also you can say AD, which is Anno Domini, the year of our Lord, or CE means the same thing, Christian era, ADC, CE. So they're basically saying that they're expecting the Messiah to come back and the third temple to be built in the year 2240, I believe the number was. I know it was 22. So are you out your damn mind? That shows you that they don't understand what's going on. They don't understand the secrets of the Most High, which was given to the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai gave it to his prophets. So they're waiting for the Messiah to come. In 2240, I believe the number was 2240. So that's not going to come in their lifetime. Showing you that they don't understand. And that they're looking for an actual building to be built up. And they can say, well, this is the third temple. Remember, you had two temples. You had the temple built by the order of Solomon, and that was destroyed by the Babylonians. Then it was rebuilt after the Israelite, the kingdom of Judah, after they were under the Babylonians. And you go into the history of Cyrus and the kings of the Medo-Persians, and they financed the building of the second temple. And then the second temple was destroyed during the time of the Flavian dynasty, which during the key year is 70 AD. So now you have scholars waiting for the third temple to be built. And the third temple is being built right in front of your eyes. The third temple are the children of Israel, starting with the elect. When you see all them camps out there teaching, and that even includes those Israelites that are not a part of us. They're part of the temple, because ultimately we're going to come together. Everybody's talking about we got to come together. No, we're going to come together when the kingdom comes, because the Most High is going to make a separation between the elect and the non-elect. If you're not of the elect, then you're not going to make it. You have to be of the elect. That's the elect. It's going to start with the elect. Then the rest of Israel is going to come together. And that's the temple. When you read in, I believe it's Revelation 21, about the New Jerusalem coming out of heaven, and it also says it in this chapter right here. That New Jerusalem, which I just spoke of, is the children of Israel, starting with the elect. So here these scholars are looking for when the third temple is going to start being built, and when the Messiah came. The Messiah already came 2,000 years ago, and he's coming back again very soon. And we're living in a very exciting time, because we're in the actual prophecy of the mark of the beast. Okay, it says 12 verse. 11 verse. Behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, which is this information, that no man take thy crown. 12 verse. Him that overcometh will I make a pillar in the temple of my power, and he shall go no more out, and I will write upon him the name of my power and the name of the city of my power, which is New Jerusalem. And New Jerusalem is us. He's going to put his name in us, which cometh down out of heaven. What does it mean, coming down out of heaven? Well, we're going to be beamed up out of here. Read Psalms 91. And we're going to see the reward of the wicked. And that reward is going to be to 2/3 of Israel, or the Israelites that are left on the soil of America. when this destruction comes, because not all Israelites are going to be beamed up. It says, which 12th verse again, which middle of the 12th verse, which cometh down out of heaven from my power, and I will write upon him my new name. It says, he that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches. The church is talking about the 7 churches of Asia Minor, which applies to us now. Okay, I'm going to go from here. One more scripture. And if you notice, you don't have to do a 3-hour sit down. You know, if the Spirit's on you to do it, you do it, you know. But I find that Spirit comes to you, makes you do a video. You might hit 2, maybe 3 scriptures and hit the point. You know, it might be a 20-minute video. You know, this is you know, a quick understanding, meaning you're going to get this information, you're going to move on. Then it opens you up to ask more questions. Because the first lesson is the video that you're watching. The second lesson is a comment board when you ask questions. And sometimes somebody put a question, you go to check what was the question, you go to answer, and all of a sudden somebody else, 3 people answered his question, or somebody might do a video based on the question that he had. Okay, this is Revelation 20, verse 4. It says, and I saw thrones, and they that sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahweh Shai. And go back to the history of the apostles, some of them were beheaded. And in this time, some of the elect may be beheaded. It said, for the witness of Yahweh Shai, and for the word of the Most High, which is the scriptures, and which had not worshipped the beast. And the beast, a lot of people use the term the beast and don't even understand the beast. When did the beast come on the scene? The beast came on the scene back starting at was it 49, 1949. Then you had which NATO was established. Then you had the EU, which was set up in 1958 and received the charter. I believe it was 1957. I believe they received the charter in 58. And then when they, merged together, that was in that was when they came together. They came together during that time period. During that time period, that's when they came together. Because you have EU nations that are part of NATO. You have NATO nations that are part of the EU. Now, the United States is a part of NATO, a member of NATO, but not a part of the EU. Canada is part of NATO, but not a part of the EU. France is part of the EU and NATO. Britain is part of the EU and NATO, so you can understand. So that's that beast. So the mark would not be made mandatory until you have to have a beast first. You didn't have a beast during the time of King Solomon, or during the time of you had a beast. You had the beast, which is the Roman Empire, and now you have the Roman Empire all over again, which is known as NATO and the EU. So these same characters back there, these Caesars and these Senate and councils, they're back here today. It says, fourth verse again, it says, and I saw thrones, and they that sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahweh Shai, and for the word of the Most High, and which had not worshipped the beast. Because ultimately, you get a particular job and you become a part of the system. Neither his image, and his image is his system. It's not the picture of Caesar Borgia or Cesare Borgia. or in their hands. Now you notice it says hands, foreheads or hands, and they lived and reigned with Yahushua 1,000 years. Fifth verse it says, but the rest of the dead live not again until the 1,000 years were finished, that this is the first resurrection. Now, it speaks about a second death. The second death, you're going to have Israelites going to suffer the second death, but they're going to come about within that first 1,000 years of us being in the kingdom. The ones of the Israelites out there that don't make it, they're going to come back through the Israelites that do make it. Anyway, with that, like I said earlier, we're living in a very exciting time. This is one of the major prophecies that taken place week and a half, 2 weeks ago, and this thing is going to move quick, man. Because before this place is destroyed, this system is destroyed, that the mark of the beast would have to be made mandatory to, according to the scriptures, to the whole earth. So the majority of people on this planet will take that chip. There's going to be some people that's not going to take the chip, starting with the elect. You might have homeless people. You might have people living out in the woods that might not take that chip. But the mass majority of the people that are part of this system, they're going to have to take that chip. Anyway, with that, I'm going to say shalom. Make your comments to your response videos. And like I said, I'm going to say it again. You learned this from us, starting from the apostles on down of Great Millstone. All right, I'm going to say this too. High Priest ReUp, I still refer to him as High Priest ReUp because he was one of the men that taught me, one of the key men. And I asked him, if this was back in maybe 86, 87, whether the mark of the beast is an actual thing that they're going to put in your hand. And he said yes, because I knew about this back in the 70s, all right? I was always into the scriptures. I saw the movie as a very young age. I saw the movie, The Late Great Planet Earth. And I remember Hal Lindsey quoting Zechariah 14:12. And he said that was talking about nuclear destruction. And that stuck in my mind when he said that. I said, yeah, that makes sense. So I knew about all these prophetic things long before I woke up to the fact that I was Israel. And I was told by several people that you're an Israelite, you're a Jew, when I was a child. You know, you hear it from relatives and stuff. But anyway, when I spoke to ReUp about it, he said, yes, that is, they are going to actually put something in your hand, on your forehead. And I remember, like he said it yesterday, he said, but they're not going to have time to do it. So it didn't make sense to me, because I said, wait a minute, then why would it be in the scriptures? Because then back then, that's when the doctrine that ReUp was bringing out, that we're going to be out of here before the year 2000. And that was based upon Hosea. Anyway, that was a stumbling block, because a lot of individuals fell off after the year 2000. All right? So the ones that fell off and stumbled over that year 2000 thing, you're out there. You're living life not realizing that this place is going to be destroyed, and you're going to be destroyed with it, because you turned your back. You took your hands off the plow. Anyway, we're living in serious times. This is a major, major, major prophecy. When this prophecy, this place will not be destroyed unless this prophecy of the mark of the beast is fulfilled. And all you other camps out there that you're not even responding anymore. You're not even making response videos calling us stupid and bums and this, and we don't know what we're talking about. Now a lot of you and your followers and your students, if they're watching our videos, because I don't know if you're telling them don't watch our videos, but they're going to get caught out there too. If the blind leave the blind, they shall both fall into a ditch, you know? The Most High said, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai said, the deceived and the deceiver are both his. So the ones of you that's not meant to get it, you're not going to get it. You're going to be destroyed. And the ones of you that are meant to get it, of the elect, if you're of the elect, that's why we say hopeful elect, you're going to get this whole thing and you're going to be protected. Anyway, with that, I'm gonna say I didn't want to make this too long. We went a little longer than I planned, but you know, hey, that's through the power of the Most High. Anyway, I'm gonna say, how about Shem Shai? We almost out of here. Stay strong. The ones of you that have doubts, you better ask the Most High to renew your spirit. You better start fasting and praying, and start reading them scriptures. That builds your faith. Anyway, with that, I'm gonna say Shalom.